I woke up this morning, and I don't want to creep anybody out. I woke up in room 436 at the Beverly Hilton, just across the way from room 434. A coincidence and not. Um, and I immediately turned on I Love the Lord. The first song I wanted to hear this morning was I Love the Lord. Um, and Quincy, I think yesterday you said, you can feel the spirit. You can feel Whitney's spirit in this hotel. It's insane because the Directors Guild Awards were here last night and all these people were coming and going and celebrities. And I don't think I took 5 pictures because I couldn't care less because I was thinking about Whitney and how much I too miss her. And it's hard to follow everything that Will just said because I think it summed up so much of how all of us who love Whitney, and I remember the first time I heard her voice was singing Hold Me on an extended song on New Year's Eve in 1984 with my girlfriend at the time, no more girlfriends. And
so listen, it holds a real special memory.
and particularly when we had Hold Me as our first dance. But then I listened to some, Jesus Loves Me, and I just switched over to some fun. I want to dance with somebody, and just had some music playing as I was getting ready. And it is amazing to be in this space today and to remember Whitney. And I do this every year. I was on my way to a Michael Jackson tribute concert when I heard the news that Whitney had passed, and just like Will. I checked in on Whitney every day. When I heard she was in LA that week, I was checking in every day. And so I saw those pictures from Thursday night and I went, oh, poop. But you know what? She's surrounded by all these people. It's a good time for her to be there. And I kind of probably am dumb in saying that. But I believe that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. We have received the greatest gift of all through her music and through her love, through that smile, through her eyes. And I think people do recognize that she was a kind, generous, wonderful, spirited individual who, like me and many others, struggle with addictions and it's hard work. It's hard shit to get out of it. And I don't know if I'd ever would have been able to do that with fame and money and everything that goes with it. So I love her because she gave it her best, and her best was better. Her worst was better than anybody else's best, right? And so we have a legacy of music.
Oh my gosh, so well said. So well said. I am so happy you decided to click in. I didn't know if you would or not, but I appreciate
I forgot to ask you the time. I forgot to ask you the time zone and I went, oh my goodness, I forgot to check.
But here you are at the Beverly Hilton. That was I think that was Whitney's favorite hotel, and I think she always got the same room when she was there.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So to be just a few doors down and to
literally, when I look out my peephole, I'm looking at 434.
Wow, you guys, that's iconic. On February, yes, take us.
Really?
Look, yes.
How do I? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to kick me out of the hotel.
It's okay. They're not gonna do that. Mm-mm-mm. 434, you guys. That's where Whitney stayed at a lot of times in LA. Thank you, John. That was so kind of you.
And I'm right here. And it doesn't feel morbid to me, actually. It feels very celebratory. That's what I need to hold on to always for Whitney, because there's no other song that can come on at a wedding or at an event like I Want to Dance with Somebody. And I don't care, straight, gay, black, white, Asian, I don't care. When that song comes on, everybody is on that dance floor and loving it. And every age, this is this woman crossing all generations, and it's going to continue, the greatest pop song of all time. Thank you.
I know. That is so wonderful. Go ahead,
Thank you
Jon.
for this.
Go ahead.
Thank you for this. I just want to say thank you to you, because I watched that hug again on Thursday, and I I said, wow, she loved that girl. And then I said, she held on to you and hugged you like she was hugging you for everyone, like she was giving you, and you're using that. And so well done. Well done. Thank you.
Listen, it is my honor, because just to connect with the love that she poured into everything that she did, and everybody connected to it. So for one person to come to the planet and do what they were born to do, look at the look at the magnitude of what it's done. So that's why I don't like to go on and on about the one day that she died. I like to talk about the 48 years that she lived, and
And I always
despite, like
think
what you.
about that as, yeah,
No, go ahead, go ahead, go
I
ahead,
always
go ahead.
think about, I always think about that as, um, we say gone too soon, gone too young, and who's to say, right? Like I've known children who've died, and to have Whitney come and give us, and then give us more. And even when she was like working, I saw her in Australia. I saw her 2 times in Australia, live in Australia. And, you know, all the garbage that was in the media from Sydney, I saw her in Melbourne, and everybody was up on their feet except me. And my friend looked, she said, dude, are you okay? And I looked and I said, I didn't know I was going to hear that voice like that again. And it was like, this is Melbourne in 2010, and that voice was like soaring across. And they didn't talk about that, but it was soaring across. And I was just sitting there with tears running down my face. And that gift, why can we even think that somebody should have to give us more when somebody has given us so much?
Well said, Jon. Well said, Jon. Because my main thing is, what if when we pass away, and I'm not just talking about Whitney, any of us, and if we passed away, every single picture, every single recording, anything that we did in this world also disappeared. And the only thing that you could rely on is what was in your brain. So the gift, the fact that you can go to YouTube and watch something that she did in 2010 or 1985, or listen to the extended version of Hold Me and think about that part of your life. Like, that is the beauty. That is the gift. And that's what we should celebrate.
Can I give you one more minute, or do you have a lineup?
No, go ahead, Jon. Go ahead.
I've never said this publicly before, so this is something. In November 1st, 2009, I was living in Australia. I crashed my car 2 days before. I realized that I couldn't live with alcohol, and I couldn't live without it. And I was in the process of making a decision. Meanwhile, like, this sounds a little bit wild. In the background on the TV, and I didn't set it up, I didn't turn it on, I could hear I Look to You, and the walls are crumbling. Where do I look? And I was looking down at the pavement, 12 stories up. And I looked up. I always say, and that was my last, I never drank again in my life. And I always credit Whitney's journey for saving my life. So imagine had I not got that song, because I worked all my life to stop. And that just grabbed me, and it gave me muscle, and it gave me life. And I've never said this before like this. Thank you for creating
Jon.
this space.
Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for, being brave enough to say it today, because those things can live inside of us and never get out. And by you saying that, you never know who you might touch. You don't know. Somebody can watch this 5 years from now and connect to what you just said right now. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it shows what music can do, what people can do, the healing. So wow, I'm so happy because you're here. You could have not been here. You could have not been here based on what you went through. And one song helped you get over the hump to get to the other side.
And on February 19th is my birthday, and that happened to be the day that Whitney was buried. And
I was about to say that she passed away on that day. I mean, she was laid to rest on
that day.
On that day. Oh my gosh. Well, happy early birthday, Jon.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for showing us room 434.
Thank you for this gift. Mwah.
Yeah.
Thank you for you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for you too, because it's about the connection of all of us, you know, not just one of us, but all of us coming together to connect about how one person and their gift moved us all.
For sure.
Yeah. I hope, listen, have a great day. Celebrate her all day. You know what I'm saying?
I celebrate all the time. All the time.
I know that's right. But listen, you at the Beverly Hilton, you in LA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're in the hotel that she frequented a lot. So enjoy and safe travels back to Toronto.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.